Hey guys, this is Jameson with Honest Family Reviews, and today we're doing an unboxing and review on the Dash Thermometer from ThermoWorks. Here we have the shipping box. Nice little box. Opens up like so. You open it up and inside we'll see a product pamphlet. It shows all of the products that they sell. It has a few different pages on tempering chocolate and how to make an ice bath, to check the accuracy of the thermometer, a few other things. On the back here is a little temperature guide from candy temps to anything else you might need. So that's cool. Got a little bag of jelly beans. It seems that they give these out to almost all of their packages. I think that's kind of cool. See, then I'm gonna put these off to the side under the paper. We have the item itself. Put this off to the side here. Okay, so here we go. On the back it has some stats and other things about the item. And here we go. So my wife was kind of weary about buying a $40 thermometer. So to kind of convince her, I let her pick the color. So we got a nice bright pink one. There are 9 colors total to choose from on the website. So if you do want any color you want, it's not going to be very hard to find it. So in the box we have the dash itself, the lanyard, and a battery. But we're actually going to get to those later, because also in the box is 2 little sheets of paper. One is just, basic operating instructions, how to use it. On the other side is actually all of the same temperatures and things that was found on the back of the pamphlet. So that's really cool. But this piece of paper right here is actually an interesting one. This is a certificate of calibration. So whenever you buy a Dash or most of ThermoWorks different thermometers, it'll actually come with a certificate of calibration showing that it has been calibrated. So this one was tested July 23rd of last year. And it says that the thermometer is accurate within 0.9 degrees Fahrenheit or half a degree Celsius. And as you see here, the test temperature is 32. It read 31.9. And when the test temperature was boiling, or 212, it read 212.5. So it passed both of those. So this is a really cool thing to see inside of a $40 thermometer. Okay, so again, inside we'll get a lanyard. And this lanyard you can actually attach, if you take this out as well, you can attach it to both sides. You can attach it to this side or this side. And it'll also have a coin cell battery in it. Okay, so let's put this off to the side. So as we go through the actual unit itself, here you go, there's a button on the front, quite a large screen. On the back we see another button here for changing it from Celsius to Fahrenheit or vice versa. And there's a battery door here and 2 large magnets. Along the edge here we see this rubber, gasket where the pieces meet. This keeps out water, and it's actually rated to be IP67. So if you leave it outside and it gets rained on, you'll probably be fine. If you get some barbecue sauce on it, rinsing it off shouldn't hurt it. But you certainly don't want to do something crazy like stick it in a dishwasher. It's not safe for that. Okay, and one thing that I was expecting, or actually rather one thing I wasn't expecting, was having to put the battery in yourself. And as you see here, it's got a Phillips head, flathead screw in it. So if you do get one of these and you want to use it right away, make sure you have yourself a screwdriver handy. So I'm going to open this up. There it goes. Okay. Open it up. You can see there's a little black gasket in there to keep water from getting in. You're going to put the battery in underneath this clip with the shiny side up. Then you can stick this back on. It's not a difficult process, but just be aware that you do have to have a screwdriver on hand if you want to use the product. Okay, so that's in. You can flip it over and we see that it has turned on. So there it is right there, nice big, easy to read display. If you push this, the backlight will come on for about 10 seconds. And holding the button down for 3 seconds will actually turn the unit off. You just click it again to turn it back on. If you do forget to turn it off when you put it in your drawer, after 10 minutes it will automatically turn off. Oh, and we saw right there that if we flip it over, it'll automatically flip the screen so that it's readable, which I think is a really, really great feature. So as we take this off right here, it's got a nice long probe. It's 4.5 inches, I believe. And if you look down here where the point is, this little point here, this very last little bit that you can see next to my thumb, is where the actual sensor is. So you don't have to stick the entire thing into a piece of meat to get an accurate reading. As long as you have this tip in there, your reading should be accurate. So before I go and test it though, there's one thing I want to say. This thing is huge. It looks way bigger in real life than it does on video or in the pictures. Like, this is my hand. I have a pretty average sized hand, I would think. And it's like really long and really thick. It's almost as thick as my thumb is sideways. Or I guess my finger sideways is about how thick that is. And I actually brought these out. This is a large dinner fork. And it's almost as long as a large dinner fork. This is like one of the smaller ones you'd get in a set. It's not quite. But this thing's big. They also sell a Dash Mini where this piece right here is the same exact size, but the probe is only 2.8 inches, so it's only about this long. And that's a lot easier to handle, but I got this one just in case I ever needed something longer. I have it, and otherwise it works the same. It costs the same as the small one. So I figured, hey, what the heck. So let's get going. So now we're gonna do a test for testing, see if it's calibrated correctly. Boiling temperature where I live should be exactly 212. I live a couple hundred feet above sea level. So here we go. So 80, let's put it in. 2, 3, 4. And it's within 1 degree of 212, right there. We currently have ourselves cooking a delicious chicken. And in a little bit, we're going to use the thermometer to test the temperature. So I decided to cut that piece of chicken in half because it was too thick and it was taking too long to cook. But we have our thermometer up here held up by its magnet. Turn it on. There's the temperature, so let's check it. Okay. Currently it says 102 for that one. Go into the thicker part of here. It says even less for that, but that's okay, because if you look underneath the chicken, I had just recently, there it is, I had just recently cooked it, so it should be saying the temperature that it does there. I'm going to wait a little bit, wash off my thermometer, and come back in just a second. Let's take it out, just chop it up, see how pink it is. It looks pretty good to me. That's just a vein, but the meat itself looks perfect. I just want to end this with some final thoughts about the Dash Thermometer by ThermoWorks. I'm going to just talk about the differences between a separate cover on the thermometer and a fold-out thermometer. When you're getting more expensive, a lot of the thermometers have fold-out probes instead of the covers. My wife prefers the covers because she feels when it's stored, it's safer, the probe's not exposed to anything, it doesn't get dusty, it's harder to get splashed on. And the fold-out ones are a little bit more, shall we say, easy to use. I guess you don't have to worry about losing the cover. So this is just a personal thing that depends on you. Both are perfectly fine. The next thing is this thermometer is sort of expensive. It's about $40, and there are other thermometers that cost less that are as accurate and as quick as this one. But you're not going to find too many that have the auto-rotating screen, the backlight, the ease of use, the automatic shutoff. So it is more expensive than other ones, but it does have features, and this sucker is sturdy. This plastic is super thick. I'm not afraid of dropping it and having it crack or break at all. And history has shown me that generally, in the long term, you get what you pay for. So if you're expecting to keep this for a long time, I think it's still a decent deal. One big gripe I have about this is the fact that the screen, while it is big and easy to read when you're looking at it head on, when you're looking at it from the sides, sometimes it's not easy to read. It kind of fades out, or it gets covered up by all of the different parts of the screen. So ThermoWorks, if you're listening, if this screen was easy to read from all angles all the time, then you'd have yourself a winner here. And this one, it's important to note that this one is actually designed in America but was built in China. ThermoWorks, like the Thermopen and a couple of their other ones, they do build them in Europe and America, but this one was made in China, although the quality standards seem to be about the same. So overall, I would say I recommend this to anyone who wants a really good probe thermometer that's nicer but not $100 like the Thermopen. There's not a lot that have all of these features packed into it all at once. It's very easy to use. And I guess that's my review. If you liked my review, please like the video. If you didn't, you can dislike it as well. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from Honest Family Reviews. And again, this has been Jameson with Honest Family Reviews. Thank you. Bye-bye.